Hi everybody, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts. Let's get into these questions, shall we? Alright, this is from Rainey from Embarrass, Wisconsin. Hi Chris, I read about a newly discovered dinosaur. It was referred to as a boneheaded dinosaur. What do you know about these guys? Well, I recently read this and read the article and saw the species, and I think you're actually talking about Acrotholus, which is a very small Pachycephalosaur, if I know about it. But I really don't know that much about it, because you see, it's a newly discovered animal, and I need a little bit more actual evidence to actually know like what kind of environment it lived, like also its behavior, its actual length. Based on from what I know, probably its height is probably maybe 2, maybe 3 feet tall. But yeah, it is a dome-headed dinosaur, and tholus in Latin means dome. So it's actually known for the dome on its head, the bony dome on its head. So yeah, it is a bone-headed dinosaur. So I would probably, I just don't know that much about them. So it probably when time flies by a little bit more, I might actually be able to know a little bit more about those kinds of dinosaurs. All right, Andy from Tucson, Arizona, and this is from his son. I'm actually gonna, if I know about it, I can see this is a question from his son. Josh is taking a dinosaur camp for summer school this week and was wondering if dinosaurs yawned. This is a really good question. I like this question. Tell Josh that this is a really dang good question. I mean, this is an unbelievable question. But I'm glad that he's taking a dinosaur camp for summer school. Hopefully he learns a lot about them. Hopefully he learns a lot more about dinosaurs, and hopefully he can watch some of these videos so that I actually can give him a little bit more education about them. For you, Josh, did dinosaurs yawn? Well, absolutely. I think dinosaurs actually yawned. Most animals actually yawn. Mainly the terrestrial animals, the land animals, basically animals that live on land, actually pretty much yawn. The dinosaurs' closest relatives are crocodiles and birds. Yeah, they do yawn. They do yawn. Crocodiles yawn a lot more often. It's because they actually have the ability to actually open their mouths really wide and actually kind of exhale actually breathe out to actually give like a really dang good yawn. As for birds, they rarely do it. I would probably they do yawn on occasion, but I would probably say that in terms of the dinosaurs, the sauropods, the long-necked dinosaurs, probably didn't do that often. I would probably say that they actually just took some cat naps, very short cat naps, probably maybe like a 10-minute to 15-minute cat nap. I mean, that's pretty much, I would probably think they actually kind of did in terms of their how they slept. They didn't really have the brain capacity to the ability to know like what time it is to go to sleep, and also what is really happening in their bodies. It's just basically they didn't really have the intellect to actually know what's going on, and they didn't really have the intellect to actually what is really going on with their body. So I'm pretty sure that most dinosaurs actually yawned, like basically from the carnivores, the omnivores, and even the herbivores. And I think most dinosaurs did yawn. It's just probably the sauropods rarely did it. I'd probably say they just did it like probably maybe just a short amount of time, probably like a 30-second, probably like only a 5-second yawn. That's probably actually all they probably did. So hopefully that answers your question. And that most dinosaurs did yawn. It's just probably the sauropods rarely did it. The long neck dinosaurs, I meant. All right, Kathy from Wausau, Wisconsin. I was looking at planning a vacation with a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old and would like to include a museum exhibit. What 3 museums in the U.S. would you suggest we visit, and why? This is good. There's a few museums that I actually kind of recommend to some people. The one that I have been to, and it's twice, is the Chicago Field Museum of Natural History. They actually have it's an amazing museum, and they actually have the most complete and the biggest Tyrannosaurus Rex ever found, named, as you can see here, Sue. And I've been to that museum twice, and I've seen Sue twice. It's an amazing skeleton. I enjoy looking at that skeleton. It's just an amazing skeleton. My jaw drops every time I see that skeleton. But also they have a good dinosaur hall, and I don't really go to natural history museums just for the dinosaurs. I actually look at like some of the prehistoric mammals. I also look at fossils before the dinosaurs, and even I actually look at other kinds of exhibits. Like sometimes I like to look at physics exhibits, and sometimes I look at chemistry exhibits, and probably some animal exhibits. You know, that's kind of actually what I'm kind of into. I mean, that's how a natural history museum kind of lets you look at. You know, it's basically all the things that you can actually look at. The other two I would recommend. I've never been to them. One would be the American Museum of Natural History in New York City. I think that's one of the museums I love to go to. It's on my bucket list. I would actually say, even though I think it's a great dinosaur hall, they got the first Tyrannosaurus Rex ever discovered, and they have one of the biggest dinosaur halls of all time, and also they got some interesting exhibits, and I would love to see those. The other one, I'm debating on two of them. I mean, I can give you 4. I mean, that's probably I can give you. One would be the Denver Museum of Natural History. I think they actually have a good collection of dinosaur fossils, and I think they actually have a good collection of. I think they have a good interesting exhibits there. So I'd probably say the Denver Museum, and also the Black Hills Institute of Geological Research Museum. I think that's one of the museums I love to go to in like kind of now or otherwise sometime in the future. I would love to go to that museum because it's got so many specimens that I love to look at, especially Stan, a really nice, good specimen of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. But I mean, there's still other museums out there. I mean, it's just so many natural history museums that are out there in the United States. I mean, I'm missing the Los Angeles County Museum, I'm missing the Houston Museum, I'm missing the Smithsonian, and a few others. I mean, any of you want to go out to Natural History Museum to see any dinosaurs or any kind of exhibit, feel free to go there. I mean, just send me pictures on Facebook or on Twitter, and see what kind of dinosaurs that are out there. I mean, I would love to see some T-Rex specimens. I would love to see other kinds of dinosaurs, especially the carnivores. I'm huge into carnivores, but even though I'd love to see some herbivore specimens too. So if any of you get a chance to go to a natural history museum, feel free to send pictures on my Facebook fan page and also on my Twitter page. So feel free to tweet me some pictures, or otherwise post some pictures on my fan page, and I'll actually take a good look at them. So hopefully that actually helps you out. All right, Dottie from Maple Grove, Minnesota. Chris, what do you think of the theory that some prehistoric birds have 4 wings? Well, it's an interesting theory. I think it can happen. I mean, never say never. You know, I mean, how life actually kind of progresses can actually make some interesting kinds of animals. I think in the future I think there might be a time when there might be a four-winged bird that can come up, that actually might actually show up. But the only kind of bird, or I should say a dinosaur, that actually has four wings is Microraptor. It's a dinosaur that's found in China and about like 2004, 2005, and it's actually well preserved specimen. I've seen pictures of this specimen, and it's a nice, well preserved kind of specimen. Not only is it well preserved in terms of its skeleton, but also like its outside of the body kind of features, like some of the skin, and even some really good piece of evidence to show that dinosaurs are really good close relatives of birds is feathers. It has well preserved feathers impressions in the rock of the specimen, and the longest feathers that are actually found on this specimen are on the arms and in the legs. And pretty much what paleontologists theorize is that this dinosaur actually is one of the first ever dinosaurs to take flight. But even the Archaeopteryx could be one that was actually the first one. But in terms of its power flight ability, it did not do powered flight. It did not have the ability to flap its wings or otherwise take off into the air like most birds. It's mainly a glider. It's mainly a gliding animal. So it actually used both its wings based on its arms and its legs to use for gliding, but they mainly kind of make an arc. You know, they actually just kind of glide from tree to tree. That's basically what they're designed to do, and there's basically to chase prey and also kind of escape predators. Because that's pretty much what its survival skills are made to do. I mean, that's what most birds do today. I mean, they actually kind of find their food. Some birds actually find their food by gliding, and also actually get away from predators by gliding. But the gliders of today, like some cranes and some of the raptorial birds, like eagles, hawks, and falcons, those are the main gliders. And even vultures and condors are gliders. So I would probably say that those kinds of animals would probably turn into more of the four-winged kinds of birds. I would probably say that those kinds of animals would actually kind of turn into the four-winged birds. But I would say it's going to be very rare to see if that would happen. But I mean, never say never. All right, that's it for now. If you got a question, now let me actually get into, before I actually say this, I've actually come up with a new way for everybody to actually give me their questions. Not only you can actually email me your questions at dinocris71@gmail.com, but now you can actually post your question on my Facebook fan page. You can do that also, because you see, I'm actually going to give you guys a little bit of an easier chance to post your question so that it can be answered, and also I'll actually just read them off my phone, because I'm actually using my phone to actually look at your questions. So hopefully, either email me or email your questions, or otherwise post them on Facebook. I'm willing to answer your questions on Facebook, but even though I'm only going to do this by video, so I'm actually going to upload the video on YouTube and even on my fan page. So hopefully I can get some more questions so that I can actually get some good episodes going here. And so anyway, if you got a question, email it to me at dinocris71@gmail.com, or otherwise on my Facebook fan page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Follow me on that fan page on Facebook, and also follow me on Twitter at CSGrawl. And also make sure to actually make some comments on some of my videos, because I would love to hear some comments on YouTube and even on my Facebook fan page. So hopefully I can get some comments, and hopefully if you actually got a question, post it on my Facebook fan page. Don't post it on a comment, so that on my Facebook fan page by the videos, because that way I can't actually answer that. I can't answer that way. I would just have to be more of a like a on a wall post than actually just a comment. So anyway, that's it for now. Make sure to take care of the people around you, and also for you younger kids out there, make sure to listen to your teachers, your parents, and even your guardians. So those are your best motivation to have a good education. And remember, education is very important in your life. So hopefully you can have a good job when you have a good education. And hopefully I can get some more questions on Facebook and on my email. So hopefully see you guys soon.